Hey, happy week 6. Hope you had a good last week. It was really great to get so much stuff from people. So hopefully it gave you a chance to kind of get caught up. And some of you who are already caught up in this class, maybe it gave you a chance to get caught up in other classes. Hopefully, that's my hope. Maybe you read something awesome. If you did, make sure you let me know what it was. I love to get new reading recommendations. So, week 6. Also your show and tell. Thank you for sharing all of your wonderful things with us. That was really fun to see. I hope you guys had fun looking at everybody else's stuff too. It was pretty cool. I'm going to leave it up until the end of the week in case you want to go back and look at what other people had in there. And then I'll take it down at the end of this week. So, all right, so we are moving back to Gortimer. We actually are going to do one more Gortimer story, just one. All right. So at this point, we've kind of gotten this idea of Gortimer's style, right? A lot of you have been writing about her changes in perception or her twists that she likes to use. And some of you were so prepared for Comrades to have like this horrible ending where someone was going to die because we're so used to reading that from Gortimer. But instead, it was just this really big shift in her perception. So it was like this, like almost a death of who she was. I really liked how you guys analyzed Hattie. I think you had some really good insight into her and her naivete and etc. We also know these unreliable narrators, right? That give us not the full story. So we really have to look into things a little bit more, and you can't take her narrator at face value. That's always something that's really interesting. And then, of course, you have the hints that you don't notice till later coming from that unreliable narrator. And then very, very specific and very dynamic word choices. She is very intentional in what she says and what she writes. So make sure you're examining those words and those. If you examine her diction, make sure you say what kind of diction. I'm still seeing people say like you're in the analysis on the last part, you're saying diction. Well, diction is just words. So yes, she's using words, but you have to tell me what kind of words she's using. She also likes to do time shifts, Gortimer, going back and forth, and you kind of have to figure out where you are in time. And then she loves her double meaning titles. I think it goes along with that really specific word choice, but trying to figure out why she went with the titles that she did is always really interesting. So this week I'm going to do it a little bit differently. So we have two stories, The Ultimate Safari or Keeping Fit. And ultimately, Mrs. Black and I couldn't pick which one. We love them both. And so we really wanted to make sure that you had a chance to pick whichever one you wanted. So what I'm going to do first, I'm going to give a little summary of each. That's how I'm going to start, and then I'm going to give the background that you need for each of them. So starting off, Ultimate Safari. Ultimate Safari is told from a innocent point of view, so it's a little girl, and it's about she's a refugee from Mozambique, and she has to head across Kruger Park, and it's her struggles trying to kind of stay alive from her little innocent point of view. And then Keeping Fit is about a man who goes for a run, a very wealthy white man who goes for a run and then ends up in a homeland and during riots and how he deals with that. So they're both excellent stories. You really can't go wrong no matter which one you pick. I do want you to watch the background for the one that you pick. Remember, you're only doing one of these. There's 2 assignments on there. Don't do them both, okay? You are only reading one story, only doing one activity, only watching one background, okay? So make sure that you just pick one, okay? Now, if you like to listen, Ultimate Safari is recorded, so that's kind of your option there. Keeping Fit is not, there's no audio for that one. So that's just something to think about if you like audio. Otherwise, I'm going to stop this video, and I want you can look at them, you can kind of peruse them. I think they're about the same length, but you can kind of look at which one, and then you're going to pick either the Ultimate Safari background or the Keeping Fit background to watch, because you don't need both. So Hopefully the choice will help a little bit, give you something that you want to. If you start reading one and you're like, meh, try the other one, see what happens. Um, yeah. Okay, so have an awesome week. I'm looking forward to hearing what you think about either one of these stories. All right, take care.